Welcome to Late Night Charge. I'm Dave Puglisi.
And I'm Sam Raposa.
Wait, what are you doing at my podium?
You don't know?
What? What don't I know?
You really don't know.
I have literally no idea, Sam. I mean, I stand there every episode.
You really don't know?
No, like, why am I standing here? Where's that other guy? Like, George! George, where are you, George? Joel! I think his name is Joel.
It's Joe. You guys are best friends. You've hosted the show for the past year. You met Michael Jordan together.
Oh my God! Did he die? Did he expire? How
No.
did this happen?
No, he's alive. He didn't die, and people don't expire.
Like, the milk's gone bad. The cheese has gone moldy.
No, Dave, he's fine. The only thing that's gone sour is your jokes.
Ow, Sam. That really hurt. But you know what? Now that I'm the host of the Late Night Charge, I can do whatever I want. So we're going to start the charge. And so, like, there was this guy, right? And, like, he was in the streets in Florida, and there was this brick and stuff. And
A man in Ireland threw a brick at a car window,
Ireland.
and it bounced off and hit him in the head. Dave,
All right.
how did you get that wrong?
You know what?
The joke is in the headline itself.
I'm going to get it right this time, all right? I'm going to
right.
get it right this time, guys.
Okay.
For the boys, again, a famous YouTuber taped Mentos to himself and jumped into a tub of Coke Zero, proving that people will do anything to get some views on YouTube.
Wait. You never thought about doing that? Not even once?
No.
Never?
No, but you know what I have thought about? Filling up a whole tub, right? Of milk and putting cookies in it. Right? Genius move, right? Sounds like a good time to me.
Dave, I've been looking at you this whole time, and I really think you should lay off the cookies.
Sam, that really hurts. You know, first of all, okay, I had maybe one cheat day, all right, maybe two or five. But what's the matter to you? I can do what I want. All right, I'm the host of the Late Night Charge. If I want to have a cup of cookies, I'll have a cup of cookies. Right?
I mean, on the bright side, your hair is on point today.
Oh, all right. Just redeem yourself. You get some cookie points there. See what I did there? All right. So speaking of haircuts, did you know that there's a barbershop giving old man haircuts to kids who've been bad?
Like they took a little off the top?
Oh, they took a little bit more off the top. Let's see the picture.
You got the old man Jenkins fade.
What is the old man Jenkins fade?
You know,
Sam?
there's some hair here, some hair here, maybe some here, like none here.
Yeah, I hear that they gave him free prune juice and a bingo board as they walked out that door, you know? So, if you haven't noticed, Sam, there's a lot of snow on the ground, like a little bit, just a little.
Think I've heard.
Have you? Well, guess what? The other day I was walking out at Bartell's, heading over to Henry C. Lee, and you know what I saw?
What'd you see?
I saw a patch of grass.
Grass?
Grass.
What is grass? What color is it?
It was like a brown, but one day it will be green, Sam. And it will be poking through that snow, and there'll be hope again.
Honestly, I'll take what I can get.
Well, all right. We have a great show for you today. We have from Up Till Dawn, Annamaria Primiani, as well as Joey Dioria and Jake Becerra from Sigma Chi. Plus, our musical guest tonight is Hannah Geiger. So stay locked in right here on the Late Night Charge.
The Blue Bowtie Society was founded by Patrick Marin on January 5th, 2015.
Pat was diagnosed with lung and brain cancer in September of 2014.
During his battle with cancer, he began to notice that not much attention is paid to men fighting cancer.
Men being men, they will often try to fight cancer alone, instead of seeking help.
His goal was to simply raise awareness and support for all men fighting all types of cancer.
To make people aware that men too need our help.
Pat always said, I have cancer.
Cancer doesn't have me. Help support the Blue Bowtie Society today.
Hello, welcome back to Late Night Charge. We have Joey Dioria and Jake Becerra here from Sigma Chi. So, hey guys, welcome to the show.
How are you?
Good. How about yourself?
Thanks for having us, Dave.
Well, glad you guys can make it.
Glad we could be here.
So, first of all, tell me about your guys' selves. Tell me about what you do in Sigma Chi. A little fun facts.
Well, I'm our chapter's philanthropy chair, so I'm in charge of all the community service projects that we do and all of the philanthropy events that we do, especially Derby Days coming up this semester.
That's great.
And I'm the chapter consul or president or CEO or whatever you want to call it. My duties are the basic running chapter meetings and signing paperwork and delegating to everyone else.
Doing all the big boy stuff. That's it. It's a very important position, and it's overlooked at times, I would say, because it's so much constant work that people just think it's so easy to do.
A lot of behind the scenes work and
a lot of
very
behind the
little
scenes
credit.
work. Exactly. But so Derby Days, you mentioned, is coming up. Tell me a little bit about the history of Derby Days.
Well, the history of Derby Days is Sigma Chi internationally. Every chapter around the country and in Canada holds their own Derby Days during their academic year. So here at UNH, this is going to be our 4th year doing it. And at every chapter, it either benefits Sigma Chi's main philanthropy, the Huntsman Cancer Foundation, founded by one of our brothers, John M. Huntsman, or it benefits one of their philanthropies to their chapter, like the Children's Miracle Network. But here at UNH, we do the Huntsman Cancer Foundation. And Derby Days this year will be held April 6th to the 10th, so we're gearing up for that. It's going to be a ton of fun.
That's going to be awesome. Now, in the past, it has been very successful.
Yeah. Last year, we raised around $6,000, so this year we're bumping our goal up to $7,000. A little pressure on me, but I think we'll be able to make it.
I think you guys will be all right. Now, what were some of the events you've seen in the past?
As far as like Derby Days events during
Derby
the
Days
week?
events, yeah.
Yeah, so we always do usually like a minute to win it. We do a fear factor. Last year we did like a Derby checklist. This year we're going to kind of keep the challenges secret for now so the girls are surprised. But there's definitely some changes this year. Definitely some events that we added that focus more on fundraising for the Huntsman. But yeah.
That's going to be cool. Now, Siglo was a very big success last year as well. How did that go overall?
Yeah, last year we started using a company called Funraver, and they specialize in throwing these huge EDM-type parties in order to celebrate college's fundraising efforts, whether it be for us like Derby Days or something else for another school. And this year our USGA budget got bumped up to $24,000. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, last year it rained, so we had to have it in the German club. But this year we're gonna have it in the quad, and it's definitely gonna be a lot bigger.
We almost destroyed the German club last year. And I heard the Germans were pretty upset. Now, what other? I mean, how can one participate? So who can participate in Derby Days?
Any girl on campus can participate in Derby Days. At a lot of other schools, it's mainly just the sororities, but due to UNH having such a small Greek life, we encourage all the sororities to make it teams. We encourage other women's organizations to make teams, like sports teams, RAs, rec center employees, whatever it be. So anyone's open to make a team.
That's awesome. And what other events do you guys have planned for this upcoming semester?
Well, after Derby Days happens, we always hold our St. Baldrick's Foundation event, which is a Sigma Chi Lambda Epsilon tradition, and that'll be coming up later this April.
That's good. That's good. Now, I heard you guys just had Stick It to Cancer just a week ago.
Yeah, it was a huge success. It was the first time we did it. Me and my committee wanted to plan an official event to officially kick off Derby Days. So it was a lot of fun, and our fundraising campaign is going strong now.
That's good.
It was a good start to starting to raise money for it. It's a good primer, if you will, for Derby Days.
No, I'm pretty excited for Derby Days. I love when that comes around. It's such a great event for the school in general.
Yeah. Hopefully the snow will go away.
That way Derby cats can get crazy. People can run around in the quad.
That'd be great. I mean, there's 2 feet of snow sitting there right now, so it's gonna be. Hopefully it melts and doesn't destroy the quad and be a mess. But so now this year, is Siglo going to be a thing again?
It will be a thing.
All right.
Like I mentioned, our budget got bumped up for that, so it'll be a thing. It'll be in the quad, and it'll be a huge celebration.
Do we know the artist? Are we allowed to know the artist?
That is undisclosed right now.
All right. All right.
But it is a thing. Siglo will be happening like it always does.
And last thing, can anybody go to that concert? Is it only people who are participating?
No. It's a UNH like event. So anyone who wants to come, it's open to them.
That's gonna be
The
a
more
lot
the
of fun
merrier.
for everybody. And speaking of fun for everybody, I don't know if you guys know this Joe Brown character. He used to host this show, and he got too big for it. He's moved on.
Yeah, we were
What do you-
we were looking
guys-
forward to getting interviewed by Joe Brown, but when we heard you were stepping in, we actually got even more excited.
Yeah, I would have been personally.
Yeah.
So I heard Joe had to wake you up the other night. Really made you pretty upset.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I was on duty and I was trying to get some work done. I had my headphones in and I see Joe Brown knocking on the window, looking like something out of Space Jam, knocking on the window trying to get me to let him in so the comm club could come in and pass out their Oreo balls. So
Now, does anybody got any fun stories about Joe that we don't know here? Any little background on Joe? When he's had to.
Pretty
done
sure
something
everyone
goofy.
knows that he loves Pokemon.
He does. He's a
He's-
Pokemon master, almost.
a couple weeks ago, I dropped him off at the train station so he could take a train to Virginia for
Yeah.
a Pokemon tournament.
He's serious. I think he's like 50% overall, sort of something like that. He's batting 500. But
Fun fact about Joe Brown too, he's got huge, monstrous hands.
massive
It's like
mitts.
shaking hands with a marshmallow.
It's like you go to give him a handshake and his hand just flopping all over yours. It's just huge. He's a funny guy, but I'm glad that you guys were able to come on today, and it's been a great talk. And
Thank you.
Thanks
Thanks
for
for having
coming.
us.
Thank you very much.
Stay tuned here on the Late Night Charge. We'll be right back.
Most parents and their children have a special relationship. Over time, this relationship can be challenged when a child becomes curious with new things. At one point, alcohol may come into the picture. Curiosity and the need for acceptance emerge and can overshadow life at home. By talking to your kids about the dangers of drinking, you can encourage them to make the right decisions. Set the tone early. Don't wait until the opportunity is gone. What have you got to lose?
Hello, welcome back to Late Night Charge. I'm with Annamaria Primiani from Up Til Dawn. Annamaria, welcome. Thank you for coming to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being able to make it here today. First, I would like it if you could tell me a little bit about yourself.
So, as you said, I'm a part of Up Til Dawn. I'm the Senior Vice President of Recruitment and Retention. I'm also the Executive Assistant of the American Criminal Justice Association, and I have the lovely honor of being a Violet, or the sweetheart of the Sigma Alpha Epsilon fraternity.
I hear they're pretty cool guys.
Maybe.
So, with your position in Up Til Dawn, what is it that you actually have to do?
Basically, we have 4 vice presidents, so to say, that oversee fundraising, recruitment, logistics, and social media. So I kind of oversee all of that, but I also am kind of the head of our recruitment strategy, which this year was the most it's been in the last 6, which is really cool.
I heard there were a ton of teams there.
There were a
lot.
ton. We had 79 registered and 54 at the event. So 54 qualified, which means each team that was there raised over $600.
Wow, that is really impressive. And I
It
heard
was
there was,
amazing.
the number raised was quite high.
Yeah, $87,130.
That is extremely impressive, especially for such a small school that we have.
Yeah.
Now, doesn't that put us somewhere up there pretty high in
I
in
am
the
so
region?
proud to say that we are the top 3rd school in the nation.
In the nation,
in
like
the
the
nation.
entire country.
The entire country, and it's even more amazing because the 2 schools in front of us have 30,000 students, and we have 5,000 or 6,000.
That's really
so if we
impressive.
kind of put ourselves on a ratio, we would be the top fundraising school in the country, which is amazing.
That is absolutely amazing. Now,
Yeah.
up till so now this all raises money for St. Jude,
Yeah.
which for those people who don't know at this time, which they should know.
I hope they do.
what is St. Jude?
So St. Jude Children's Research Hospital is so much more than a hospital. Not only does it provide for the children that enter, but they provide for their families. They'll do everything from flying them out to the hospital to giving them lodging. And even after you're not a patient at St. Jude anymore, they always say St. Jude is your home. They have yearly checkups, and everything from your flight there to your flight out is paid for, and that's what we do. That's why they have organizations like Up Til Dawn.
Haven't you been able to make a trip to the
I
national
did.
office?
That was, everyone thinks I'm crazy. I say St. Jude is the happiest place in the world, and it really is. The walls are bright, the doorknobs are low, so the children can open them. they're smiling rather than wheelchairs. They're little wagons that they get pulled around, and everyone there is truly a family, and they're always so happy. It warmed my heart to know that such a small school here can make such a big difference there.
So the happiest place in the world. You're saying it rivals Disneyland.
Okay, I haven't been to Disneyland, but
Haven't been to Disneyland?
I haven't, but I can almost guarantee it's happier than
But wasn't this year's Up Till Dawn theme Disney?
Yeah, but UNH voted on that, not me.
All right, all right. Well, so now I know Up Till Dawn has really built over the last few years. Can you kind of go a little bit about the progression?
What's crazy is that 6 or 7 years ago, we had what was a letter writing event, and basically what we did, we still stayed up till dawn, but it was kind of hard to stay up till dawn because we would be sitting down, writing letters to our families and friends, asking for donations. The flip side of this event now is that we fundraise for a straight year, and then this event is really like the executive board's way or St. Jude's way of saying thank you. Thank you for everything you've done for this past year. So now we have them competing and running around and staying active to make sure they stay up till, for Up Till Dawn.
So now, what were some of the events that occurred this year?
So there's always 3 challenges unless the program changes in the future, but the way it's been for the last few years is that there's 3 challenges, one at midnight, one at 2 a.m. and one at 4 a.m. We have an opening and closing ceremony. But the challenges this year was a relay race, we had a pictogram, and a checklist.
That's pretty cool. And I also hear there were some performances as well.
There was. Fun fact, we didn't know about that until the night, like an hour before.
Oh, wow.
But Monsoon, LAU, they just were there, they were in the spirit, they wanted to do it, and who doesn't like watching good performance, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love watching Monsoon and
Yeah, they were
Elliot
good.
do all do the thing. It's really, really
I
cool.
know, it makes you want to get up there.
Right, and just do it. And then I just know I go up there and be totally uncoordinated and like trip over myself.
Me too.
It'd be just a mess. But how do you keep people up till 6 a.m.? Because I know at some point I might have like slipped into a corner and just passed out.
It's hard. I always say 3 a.m. is like the downfall where everyone starts getting tired sitting on the floor. But the challenges definitely help. That's what's so different between the past and now. But I also tell my executive board, you know, it's really how we perceive ourselves. These kids at St. Jude, the reason why we stay up for good is because when they're going through their chemotherapy, they don't sleep. They're so sick that they can't sleep through the night. So we try to have something called like mission statements or mission moments that reflect back to why we're all there, and I think that inspiration really keeps everyone going. We never had that during our letter writing event. We only had it in the beginning, but through the night we always got everyone into the front of the room, showed a video, had our St. Jude advisor talk, and it kind of put everything in perspective as to, you know, we can do this for one night if they do this every night.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, it is a year-long fundraiser like you mentioned.
Very long
So
year.
when does St. Jude start again?
We'll probably pick our new date next week.
All right.
So usually we take a week off. We do the pros and cons of the event. That's what we did this past week for the next year's executive board, to take those cons and turn them into pros. But we'll probably pick a new date next week and start all over again, get our new executive board going, transition out, and that's it.
Now, are there going to be any more Up Till Dawn events coming up in the next couple months here?
I'm not sure right now, but I would like to have another like give back event. Something we've done in the past is have a barbecue. So as long as everything goes budget accordingly, I would love to have another one just to kind of close the year out.
And I mean, you've been through what, 4 Up Till Dawns now?
4.
That is a lot. What is your favorite memory and or memories?
I think for me, when my St. Jude advisor asked if I wanted to be a part of the money reveal, so we had the numbers written out on individual signs, and backwards we revealed the number. So from the 130, no one knew what the thousands were. And rather than looking at my executive board reveal the number, I looked out into the audience and I immediately broke down into tears, and I think it was everyone's face. I knew what the number was. I've always known what the number was. I'm the one that counted it at the end.
Yeah.
But it was looking at everyone's face. I don't think anyone, it just hit home in that one moment. So a year of planning, that one moment made it so worth it.
That's awesome. And, you know, now was that number, did you believe at the beginning of the year be achievable?
No. And it's not that I didn't believe in our university,
Yeah.
because I think we, as a small school, do so much. But our goal was $50,000, and last year our goal was $20,000. Last year we blew it out of the water with $35,000. But $50,000 just seemed like a huge stretch. I've also never worked in recruitment, so I felt like a lot of pressure was on my back before we can even start fundraising. We had to recruit, so I was just like, oh my God, what am I going to do? But I have a wonderful team, and I'm so thankful for them.
All right, well, you guys did a fantastic job, and I know Up Till Dawn will be a thing here for many more years to come.
I hope so. I hope I come back and it's still here.
And I'd like to thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be right back. This is the Late Night Charge.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Sorry to interrupt the Late Night Charge, but I'm here with a great opportunity for you. Do you like sports? Do you want to be part of all that Charger action? Well, then come on down to Bergami 1 at 6:30 on Tuesday night so you can learn how to call all the bump set spikes of women's volleyball, all the air assault of Chargers football, and most importantly, the flying headers of women's soccer. That's Bergami 1, 6:30 on Tuesdays. Now get back to that Late Night Charge and enjoy the show.
Welcome back to Late Night Charge. Please welcome our musical guest, Hannah Geiger.
Calgary, and the soles of your shoes are all worn down. Time to sleep is now. There's nothing to cry about, 'cause we'll hold each other soon. The blankets tumble loose. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied,
piece. On behalf of our other guests, Annamaria from St. Jude Up Till Dawn, and Joey and Jake from Sigma Chi, this has been the Late Night Charge. Thank you for watching.